Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and this is the Friday LEGO Let's Chat. Big shout out and thank you to MindTripMedia for 100 bits and Delara subscribing for the 25th month with a little message that says, "It's unfair how fast time flies, so feels like only a few months since I found this place." So thanks very much, Delara, that's great. I really appreciate the sentiment. I'm glad you like the community. I do too. I'm a little biased, but I do too. And again, thank you MindTripMedia for the support as always, much appreciated. We are working on the UCS X-Wing Starfighter from LEGO, set 75355, which has been linked in chat from the wonderful Cosmic Dancer, who is here to moderate, as well as all the regulars. I see Obu, Blast Jordan, a few others kicking around. Good to see everybody. We're just going to jump right in because I've got everything set to go. Last time we completed the X-Wing function of the S-foils on the back of the ship. Very cool stuff. And we've got bags ready to go. You're here to watch as well as moderate? I guess. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, Cosmic. I've been watching a fair bit of the developer streams from Satisfactory, and I'm looking forward to getting back into that. And I want to say it's called Foundation, but somebody, and maybe somebody in my Discord can remind me who, but somebody posted a link to a voxel-based factory building game that's on Steam, and it's only like 20 bucks. And I might look into that as something fun and different to play. I've seen it before. I feel like I've watched somebody on YouTube play the beta for the game, but it looks really neat. Was it Jumbo Sale? Yeah, that makes sense actually. That tracks. Jumbo Sale is one of the factory friends. One of the factory builder game fans that I recall. I wish I was better at remembering who shared things like that. I don't have Discord open in front of me when I stream, and it actually wouldn't be a bad idea if whenever I get a more permanent setup going for LEGO, I think I'm going to get a new monitor and put it like right there. You guys can't see, but in about, I don't know, it's about 4 feet away, maybe 5 feet away, 4 feet. There's a wall, and there's lots of room. And I was going to put some sound panels up there to help with some of the echo, but I could also fit a 30-inch television. And I might be able to hook that up in a way so that it becomes like a chat monitor or, you know, something like that, and that would be really cool. Or I might get a new monitor for my streaming PC this Black Friday, and then I'll take the old 1920 by 1080 crappy monitor that I currently use as my chat stream monitor, and I'll move that over here permanently, put it on a shelf or something like that, and that could be really cool. What's the name of the game? Foundry. Did I have it right? I think I called it Foundation. Foundation is the medieval city builder, but Foundry is the voxel-based. So it looks like Minecraft and Satisfactory had a baby, is what it kind of looks like. It looks cool. It's available on Steam now, I think. We may have to put this ship somewhere else. I think I'm gonna have to move it. It does look cute and colorful, but it also has that redstone technical kind of feel to it. You know, like that satisfactory belts and moving things and all that. And if it's a modern game, then hopefully it's not too hard on a system, you know? You know, I often put the book here to get like a straight edge, but I wonder if I can just maybe use more of the whole table. Just move the book over here temporarily. This is going to be a long ship. You don't need the newest of the GPUs to run it, at least. That's good. I mean, I'm running an older... I think my GPU is considered pretty old, especially for someone that streams as often as I do. Yeah, I feel like mine's getting up there. Should be able to run it easily. Nice, yeah. I might look into it, actually. I've been looking to try and find some new things to do on stream. I don't know if I'm going to be returning to Starfield. I don't tend to enjoy it very much. It seems to be more frustration than success. And I don't find that I put my best foot forward on stream when I'm playing it. I mean, I guess that's part of some value in playing it, is that people get to see a non-biased view and review and experience of the game. But I have such precious little time to stream that, you know, I want to have fun when I do it, you know? I think it was last week that I mentioned that Borderlands 3 was on sale for like $15 on Xbox on the Microsoft Store. And so I picked it up and I played a little bit of it last night. I just started new because, of course, it's been a really long time. And because my other playthrough was on Steam, there's no way to like start off where I left off. But I changed characters. Instead of using the Irish guy, I used Flack, who is the robot hunter dude. And I forgot how funny all the one-liners are in Borderlands. It's a bit to get used to playing the first-person shooter on the Xbox controller. Which is funny because like I play Halo on Xbox all the time, but there's something very different about the way that Halo feels compared to the way that Borderlands 3 feels. Halo is a lot easier to aim, and I don't know what the difference is there, but I absolutely notice it. I'm assuming most people here are probably PC gamers over console gamers, and likely prefer a mouse and keyboard for shooters. I do as well. When I've played Starfield very briefly on the Xbox, it looks better. Or I shouldn't say that. It looks different than the PC, but it's harder to do the shooting in Starfield, I find. Definitely easier to play Starfield on the PC. The performance on my PC for Starfield, unfortunately, is not very good. Cosmic Dancer has added Foundry to the stream list. Definitely want to try that when I can. Yeah, I think it looks good. What's the price point on it? Is it still like $20 Canadian? So probably 15 American, probably around 15 in the UK. Or maybe that was a sale price and it's gone back up to 30 or something. I find that there's a weird cutoff. Like if a game like that is like 20 bucks, it's almost like a no-brainer for me. But once things get up into the $30 range, especially because where I live in Canada, the sales tax is 15%. So when you get up into 30, it's all of a sudden 35, you know, very quickly. What else can we squeeze in there? crooked am I? That's not bad. It could be worse. Shows in early access for me, and I could only add it to my wish list. I don't have a price on it. Oh, interesting. I could have sworn I saw a price on it. I'll check on my break. There's all kinds of little weird pieces here. Five or six that are straight, and there's like 4 of them that are straight, 4 of them that are crooked, and 4 little... Oh no, there's 5 of these. Well, that gives me a lot more room by going across the top there. These I find very hard to see because of the color of the mat that I have. They're all very similar. Not enough contrast. Cosmic, well played. See what you did there. I can see it swooping up. I know it's not straight. I think it's because it's so far away from me. Like, I'm in the center, but like this is a good 16 or 18 inches. Off to one. I'm sure you can tell when I lean over that I'm far enough from the mic that it probably sounds different. That's one thing that I liked about using the instruction manual on the side, is that it lined things up. The other thing too is that having like a table that has a grid on it, while it might be a little bit busy visually, if the grid was subtle enough, it would be very useful, I think. Also, I don't know whether it's the temperature in here or whether it's humidity, but like the pieces are sticking to both my fingers and the table. It's weirdly challenging to move them around. At least in like small increments. Yeah, the gray pieces absolutely blend in. I agree. Yeah, there's definitely some weird little like static or something that I'm noticing. Like some pieces are actually rolling rather than sliding. Doesn't help that all the gray pieces are all the smallest pieces here. Hey, a sticker I don't have to put on. I'll take the win. Yeah, there's some pieces that just are not worth finicking around with. Too faffy for me. Tiny Lego or big hands? Yep, it's both. Usually both. Usually both. This is a surprisingly high piece count for such a small bag. I didn't anticipate this taking so long. I mean, I kind of dig my own grave when it comes to knolling out all the bags and stuff first, but we've been over the why. Hey, there's Meta. How's it going? Having internet trouble? That sucks. It's always really frustrating. I know, we can't control these things, but like when you're paying for a service and there's no good reason for it to just kind of crap out on you, I always find that really frustrating. I mean, dually so for me, because of course when my internet is down, I can't work. I can't make money. I can't stream. I can't, like, it's difficult even because of like the way that I have my business with so many online documents and tracking and stuff. Like, it's even difficult for me to do something like bookkeeping because I need to access the bank. I need to access, online documents and download PDFs from places like PayPal. So like if I can't have access to the internet, then like I'm really at a standstill. I mean, I can do stuff like read, which is great, So usually what I do when my internet is down, I usually just grab a book, take it as an opportunity to do something a little bit more offline entirely. Because of course, like all of my entertainment is all streaming based, so. Aside from internet issues, Meadow's doing good. Good stuff, good stuff. A week did fly by, I agree. A week did fly by. Bag number 3. This weird book that won't lay flat. Ready to go. Getting right into the details on it. Interesting. Most of my day is not near a computer, so I really hate it when I can't enjoy my off time. Yeah, that's fair too, right? If your computer and your internet is like your way of escape, your way of relaxing, as it is for a lot of people, I think. I'm not sure about, relaxing. I feel like, relaxing in front of the TV still involves the internet for me, but I don't know if I wouldn't consider anytime I'm sitting at a computer, like I tend to not even watch YouTube videos at a computer. I tend to throw them up on my Xbox and watch on the couch. I find it more of a break. It's a different vibe. I've been thinking a lot this week, actually, springboarded by a conversation that I had with Johnny on the spawn chunks on the render distance on Monday. And that, like, what services do I pay for versus what services do I spend the most time watching? And YouTube is probably the highest on that list. And I don't even necessarily go to YouTube in with a specific purpose. I tend to go there and just watch like random stuff. Like I, was watching an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger today just because he's got a new book coming out, and I thought, oh cool, I'll watch that. And that it's a long interview. It's like, an hour or more. So I watched a little bit over breakfast and a little bit over lunch, and I'm still in the middle of it. But like, I wasn't looking for it. Like I just kind of went there to find something to watch, and it was like I don't have enough time to dedicate for like an hour-long drama, so or an hour-long sci-fi show. So I decided to go to YouTube for the short-form content. I think that's what Johnny does too, from what I remember from our discussion on Monday, is that he and Kay mostly focus on shorter stuff because it's easier to watch a 20-minute video on YouTube than it is, to watch something longer on Netflix or decide what to watch on Netflix. Although deciding what to watch on YouTube is not a lot better either. Out of curiosity for folks in the chat, like if you had to pick, or if you know, like what is your #1 streaming service, like where do you watch the most digital content? I did that for a long time too, Meadow. I used an LCD TV for a monitor before I got a better monitor. I know a lot of people don't have a TV. I remember when one of my TVs crapped out, I used a 13-inch iPad. I used an iPad Pro for a long time. And it was weird at first, but I got used to it surprisingly quickly, because the nice thing about the iPads is that their display is so crisp, right? So yes, it's small compared to a TV, but it's also not on the other side of the room. Like it's right in front of you on the table. But I would argue that sometimes that's not good, because then you're hunched over. I find like it's hard to recline. I guess you could lie down on the couch with an iPad, but it's sitting up. I find that I tended to hunch towards the iPad. All right, what are we doing here? It's really detailed. I imagine this is like the back of the ship or something. Some sort of engine part, feels like. Oh yeah, there it is right there. That goes there. And this goes this way. That's cool. Oh, here's where all these little blade things come in. I think they're mostly used in like Ninjaga sets. They're roughly a 45 angle, 45 degrees. Does anybody know what these are from, mostly? Out of curiosity. Let me see. We've got True Purple saying mostly YouTube. Blast Jordan, YouTube is top. Twitch is second. DVDs, says Obu, over YouTube and Twitch. Meadow says it's a tie between YouTube and Twitch. MindTripMedia is giving a shout out to Netflix, Hulu and Disney, Funimation, and Google TV. So the thing for me that is unfortunate is that my Twitch watching experience has dropped dramatically. I used to watch a lot, and I used to watch on the big screen on Xbox. And the Xbox app for Twitch is terrible. Terrible. And even when I want to watch a stream, I end up almost never doing it. It's really frustrating. Voldare subscribing at tier 1, 4 months on a 4-month streak. Happy Friday to you too. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Meadow was also saying that they need to get a new monitor. Oh, look, monitor searching is frustrating. Price isn't even the biggest issue. I don't consider HD really to be a quality, and most stores around here do. No, HD is not not great. I think I have it linked below my Twitch about page in the panels, but I have an Acer U77-2 or something like that. It's a 27-inch 2K monitor, 1440p. I really like it. But I found that the first monitor that I tried had some sort of special thing on it that tried to be like it tried to be something it wasn't, and it created all kinds of like lag issues and was not my favorite thing. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a AMD feature or something like that. Anyway, I ended up returning that monitor. And I got this one, and I'm thinking about getting another one just like it. But it's so hard because like new monitors come out all the time. You never know what the new tech is going to be like. Is it going to work with your current system? You know, is it going to cause problems for your stream? Like there's all these things that should not be that hard to just buy a new monitor. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like you're just as frustrated as I was when I was looking for mine. Also, when I find one that I'm happy with and then also meets all the specs that I want, unfortunately, it's also usually expensive. Devonverse, hello, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. All right. 2 more of these little pieces. These are the hardest things to get straight. And then this piece, this looks like an Xbox controller. This little piece right here totally looks like a game console controller. Not at all sure what it's supposed to be, but that's what it looks like. Two of these. And then these go on sideways here. That. The detail in this is really cool. I like it when they build up the detail like this. It was similar with the top of the DeLorean for the Back to the Future time machine. The hood, all the spark plugs and stuff you had to put on it. That stuff is always really cool. And where are these other pieces? Oh, they go this way. Lots of layers, which is nice. Not sure if you can see all the detail there, but pretty cool. And this goes on the back. That is a snug little fit too. Cool. Oh, that's a bit. Glad to hear it, Devonverse. All the bad. You imagine you get into a spaceship and the controls are basically like a console controller. that will attach that in permanently. Oh, not those ones. That's really cool. So now we have like a division in the grid. So like there's 5 studs there, but there's 4 studs there. It's a subtle thing, but it really makes a big difference on models that are this large. Keep forgetting how big the set is until I have to add the piece to it. Yeah, it's a little misleading. I think the real scale will happen when the wingspan is on there. But we're also like, so we know we've just completed the back. Like the back end, that is, well, that's not as far. It's as far back as the fuselage goes, but the engines on the next wing extend past that, but the engines on the next wing are on the wings. So it's probably going to be wider or longer than we currently have it out the back. But we also have to put the nose cone on it too. So it's going to get longer. But I like building up all these little extra details. Very cool. I'd much rather do this kind of thing than have like a sticker, you know, with a print on it. This is way more inventive, I think, from LEGO, which I like. Requires a lot more design, shape language, unique use of pieces that, you know, wouldn't normally do that kind of thing. I like how these kind of like shoot out and start to frame the mechanism here. It's cool. Actually, before I get a good look at that, I guess. So we got like the little fan here, some little doodads and stuff on the top. So it feels like we're doing the exposed top of the craft, and these were always oh, I can't remember the name of it. We discussed this previously on stream. It's the breaking down of models and mashing them together, and then like spray painting them or doing them like changing them, repurposing parts for models. Specifically happens a lot in prop making and stuff like that. I don't remember what it's called. I'll kind of roll my eyes the moment that someone says it. Oh, there's definitely only so much you can put into a minifig scale model for sure. My habit of buying the minifig stuff was usually because of just price. It was always a lot more affordable to get the minifig stuff. Sometimes they look good too. Like for example, I wasn't a big fan of the UCS TIE Fighter. I didn't think it looked like the TIE Fighters from the movies. I didn't think it was great. Like I'm not sure what they did so different about it, but like I just wasn't a fan. Was not on my radar. But then things like the Millennium Falcon look fantastic, but it's also the size of a coffee table, right? So and costs like my rent. Ridiculous. Oh, missed a piece. But yeah, this detail buildup is really great. There's a good look at that. And that goes in front of. Again, with the angled small pieces helping to frame the gear here in the middle. Pretty cool. Yeah. That goes upside down here. That, and this goes upside down like this. Oh, so what I thought was going to be the wings is actually just the way that these panels are shaped. That's cool. This is going to attach in here. It doesn't seem right. Oh, I did it backwards. They're not super clear on how you're supposed to flip things over. They just give you this like twist it image and you're just like, but left, right, up, down, clockwise, counterclockwise. I'll go. This is going to be on top. That seems right. Yeah, that makes more sense. So it creates that angle for the body. I know the camera doesn't shift focus anymore. I decided that the picture was better with manual focus. So if I hold stuff up to the camera, it doesn't necessarily change the focus to like show you the detail. But I think you can see the angle of that pretty clearly. Will you get the gigantic Eiffel Tower set as a housewarming gift? Oh, will get. Whenever you manage to move into a house. Don't you dare, Cosmic. I would not know where to put that. It's massive. Have you seen it with all the LED lights on it? I saw an LED kit for that. This feels a little bit easier to do. Looks good to me. Yeah, again, like it feels much bigger through the fuselage than I thought it was going to be. It's getting very heavy on the back end of it too. Not in a bad way, just like in a cool... You're just like noticing how many Lego bricks we've piled onto the back of it now. Sounds like a challenge for Cosmic Joel. No blast. No blast, it's not. Not what I meant. True Purple, you bought 2 Lego sets for yourself and your sister's birthday. 10-3-11 and 10-3-13. What are they? What theme are they? Three of these. Oh, I've gone and made a mess. Wildflowers and orchids. Oh, cool. Yeah, those are really nice sets. I think what's nice about those is that they're so multi-purpose. Like, I bought my mom the orchid for Mother's Day one year, and she has it in her living room. You know, she built it. She cursed me. She built it, and then she proudly displays it. Tells everybody that comes over what a pain in the ass it was. All right. So we don't do anything with this just yet. It sits there. I'm gonna grab one of these. Oh, cool. I see what this is now. Right on. One little bit on the corner. This is reminding me of stuff I did for Optimus Prime. We'd take all these little angled pieces and line them up along the edges of something. Same with some of the edges of the DeLorean. They had this technique where the undercarriage of the car would be all these little angled 2x1 bricks on a plate, and then you'd attach the plate to something, and it would create that cool kind of chamfered look that you were looking for. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One on the end. And then this goes on there. That. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep. Oh, wow. So the top part is all one piece. That's interesting. I think that's all the pieces. I'm always surprised sometimes at the Lego that gets hidden underneath things, you know? I think it's such a cool looking specific piece, and then you find out that it's just under stuff. That goes like that. And this goes here. That all connects. Feels pretty sturdy. And then we've got these two pieces. I think I've mentioned this before, but I really like some of the more recent LEGO Star Wars sets, specifically the UCS series, because man, the stud to plate ratio is spot on. There's not too many studs. There are still some studs, but there's a lot of plate finish, and it looks fantastic. My pick of the week on this week's episode of the Citadel Cafe was the UCS Venator class Star Cruiser. Man, that is a piece of gear. It's 4 feet long, or almost 4 feet long, over a meter long. You have to have a dedicated Lego display. Oh shoot, that was almost a 4-letter word. Okay, mental note. That is precarious. That piece. Goes there. Now this is going to be easier to put on. Yeah, that's there's not a lot of wiggle room there. Very tight. Interesting how it's got like a different angle ahead of the wing than it does behind the wing. I think it's thicker here. So we've kind of sealed off fuselage on the right hand side. And we're still not done. Hopefully I did it right this time. Yeah. Thanks, Cosmic. Yes, we'll finish the bag. I keep on moving the details on the back when I'm putting pressure on things. It still doesn't sit flat, even with all the weight that we've added to the back. this is a great way to do the shape on this. Like, I'm really liking the way that they designed this. Very cool. Always comes together quickly the second time around. They did a pretty good job of not making this feel boring, though. Each piece is just a little bit different, so it doesn't feel monotonous or that you're just repeating yourself 3 or 4 times over. The Venator class Republic Attack Cruiser Lego set. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. It is, and that's another really good example, and something that I did mention on the podcast was the stud to plate ratio finish. It's very, very cool. Lots of great angles. The scale of it is great. Like, it's one of those things where, like, it's probably about the same physical size as a Lego set as some of the previous Star Destroyers. But because the Star Destroyers are so much bigger than cruisers, there was less detail in the Star Destroyers. But because the cruiser is such a large model relative to its size in the Star Wars universe, it looks so good. And I have more nostalgia for the Star Destroyers just because I grew up with the original series as opposed to Clone Wars, but they're still very cool. I missed something. Oh, here we go. And that goes on here. Yeah, like this is even a little bit different than the one we had just a minute ago, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this space is different. There's no gray bit. Oh. Did I miss it? No. Yeah, there's no gray piece there. So it's got some sort of like, I don't know. Asymmetry. It's gonna be tricky. Try not to pop everything off like I did last time. Speak of the devil. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, you really don't want to push on this too hard. Okay, it's good. Like you can see how much mass we've put to the back of this, and it still doesn't sit back here, right? Goes back like that. I guess all these pieces are spare? That doesn't seem right. This feels like a lot. I don't think I missed anything. No, that all looks right. Yeah, I guess that's all extra. So this piece is at the bottom, and this it connects right here. Come on. That is quite frustrating. This should have gone on first. You know, like if you have to put pressure on things, like I feel like that should have gone on first. That just, wow, that is tight. That is really slick. I'm not sure if you can see like just how snug that is. Cool. Well, that's bag 3. Let's take a look and see what bag 4 looks like. Bag 4 looks like that. So we'll do that next. It's only 2 o'clock, or shortly thereafter. So yeah, we'll do bag 4. I also need the canopy. I don't know where I put that. I need to take a short break anyway, so I'm gonna look for the canopy. I'm sure it's just up on my shelf somewhere that I can't see right now. And then when we come back, we will start with bag 4. And keep on keeping on. Looks cool. I'm quite happy with the way this is going. So if you're new to the channel, folks, I do take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to refresh my coffee, maybe grab a snack. You should too. Also gives me a chance to thank Cosmic Dancer for 1,000 bits. Thanks ever so much. Bag 3 done hype. Much appreciated. And yeah, so I'll be back in about 5-6 minutes. Be right back. All right, bag 4 of the UCS X-Wing Starfighter. Ready to go. Find a safe place for all the little spare pieces that they won't roll off the table. Thank you, Elkhorn. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Bags within bags within bags. LEGO seems to be in the habit. I still haven't seen very many, if any, paper bags from LEGO. They said they were going to switch to paper, but I'm not sure what sets are doing it, but I've not had any yet. Bagception? Yeah, it's usually the case. I mean, it's all recyclable. That's fine. But still. Less single-use plastics is always good. Those are cool. Some large pieces in this bag. Not sure how straight that is, but not bad. I just realized I think the entire bag 3 was all like plates or smaller. I don't think anything was. There's only 1 or 2 bricks. We actually have some decent chunky pieces in this set, or this bag rather. Hey Bud312, hello, welcome in. Thinking about starting to stream Minecraft just for fun. I even did a test stream yesterday, figured out some stuff out. Have any advice? Yeah, I would say focus on audio quality. Don't worry so much about your video. If you've got the video stuff sorted out, I would say make sure that your microphone is not peaking. If you don't know what that is, that's when you're coming across too loud on the microphone and it distorts. So making sure if you're watching yourself on any kind of audio meter, then making sure that you're only just coming into the red, but not too much. Yellow is good, but red is not usually, or at least not too much red. And then I would say the thing about when you first start off streaming and you have no chat room, essentially, is the easiest thing to do, rather than trying to come up with stuff to say because there's no one to talk to, is to narrate what you're doing. So if you go and you watch some of my Minecraft streams, you'll see a lot of the time I'm kind of running through out loud my creative decisions, which texture I like, why I like it, why I don't like it, that kind of stuff. Just kind of like giving yourself a bit of a narration. It can help with the, you know, low to say less engaging side of early chat rooms. The other thing too is that tell your friends and family, like you know, get friends and family to come in and just like lurk and give you like a base viewership and like even maybe ask some questions or something like that. I'm not sure what, you know, whether your friends and family are into Minecraft, but that usually helps to have some things to bounce off of. Try not to be too afraid of silence. I find that sometimes streamers talk to hear themselves talk sometimes, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but it's not my style of entertainment. So folks on this channel, I think, are probably, you know, aware that I'm not shy to silence. It's not a podcast. Silence, like long dead pauses in a podcast, feel really, really weird, especially when there's two people. But when you're doing your own streaming and there's the video game, something that I noticed that when I was first streaming, I was very self-conscious about playing Minecraft and not saying anything. But then I would go and watch like Cub Fan or Tango or Exumavoid, and they would be streaming and they'd be talking. They'd be talking a lot because they have very active chat rooms. But every once in a while, they'd be doing something that would require their focus, you know, where they'd be reading something or thinking in the game, and they just wouldn't say anything. And you don't notice it as a viewer because you're watching the game. There's sound effects from the game, but when you're a streamer, the sound effects from the game kind of like fade into the background, and so you don't feel like there's much there. So it feels like this awkward, deafening silence when really it's not bad because the game is happening in and around what you're doing. And I think the only other advice beyond that would be just be yourself. Try not to emulate or be excited when you're not excited or stuff like that. Like, just people, you want to do something that you can consistently deliver, you know, so people will show up and they'll know what to expect. You see a lot of people starting off to stream and they emulate someone that they either like or someone that they find successful. And, you know, taking little cues is one thing. But forcing yourself to be like super over the top when, you know, a streamer that you see is popular is way over the top, when that's not really your natural personality, I think that it's worth just taking a step back and being a little bit more chill, you know, or more yourself. If you're not chill, then don't be chill. Like that, you know, there's that aspect of it as well. I'm a little biased because I prefer chill streams, but I wish more people would embrace the low-key streams off the get-go. They definitely have more lasting power and they're less invasive. And if you can get yourself, you know, into a situation, especially if you're looking to like increase viewership and stuff, lots of people use Twitch as like a second monitor situation where they're like, they want to have it as like background noise. And if you're just constantly screaming all the time, then you're no longer background noise, and you'll get muted and moved on from quite quickly, I think. No problem, hey bud. I don't often get a chance to talk like this about streaming because very often in a Minecraft stream, we try to keep the focus on like building and Minecraft related stuff, and Minecraft podcast related things. So it's a lot easier to talk about streaming and general things on like a just chatting stream like this one. Am I straighter than before? I think I'm straighter than before. We'll have a bit to talk about on Monday. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. So Monday's episode of the Spawn Chunks is going to be about which mob we're going to be voting for and the breakdown and the ideas behind the new mobs that have been presented, or the potential new mobs that have been presented. I don't. This week is, what's today? Today's the 6th. So the Monday 7/8 is the 9th, and then the next show after that is the 15th. So that's Minecraft Live. So I'll be covering Minecraft Live on the 15th on twitch.tv/pixelriffs. So for anybody here that's not already following Pixelriffs, I mean, chances are you are, but go follow Pix, because that's where we will be doing the Spawn Chunks live coverage of Minecraft Live. Yeah, so Monday's show is going to be all about what mobs, like what we think the mob vote will, which way it'll go, relaying the information about the mobs to people that don't know, and probably which way we're leaning. I'm leaning crab, but I have to sit down and read the articles and see if there's any other information that might be available. And I think then, of course, the Monday, which is really weird. Normally we have more time, but the Monday immediately after the Sunday, Pix and I will be, of course, reviewing all the information from Minecraft Live. We're only going to have less than 24 hours to kind of go over it and process it. And so my Sunday, 15th into the 16th, is going to be very busy. Which I guess brings it up. There won't be a stream. I don't think so, anyway. Pretty sure there won't be a stream on Sunday the 15th for me. I will more than likely be a little bit zonked, because I guess it really depends on how long Minecraft Live is, because Minecraft Live can sometimes be several hours. And I don't know. I feel like last year was only like 90 minutes. But if it gets into the 2-hour mark, I may not want to stream after that. I would certainly be taking a good chunk of a break, because I would need like a meal probably. Hey Bud says, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Armadillo purely because of the savannah needs more life. Yeah, I guess there's that. Like if the mechanics of the mobs don't interest you at all, then like there's really you can just kind of go off the aesthetics of the mob, I guess. I mean, I think the cutest is probably the penguin. And there's one thing that I thought was interesting, in that they really did focus an awful lot on Jens rowing the boat across the land and how slow it was. And we know that the Penguin is supposed to boost the speed of people traveling in boats. And I'm wondering if that is a subtle hint, because they did not indicate how penguins were going to boost the speed of boats. If penguins can boost the speed of boats by being in the boat, then I think that provides some interesting ideas, because there's definitely some people that, you know, want to move boats across land. But the problem, of course, like if the penguin is in the boat, then you can't bring a villager or transport, you know, a mob in a boat in that way, right? So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go. But if that's the case, and the penguin doesn't have to be in water, then imagine if you have an ice boat road and a penguin in the boat, right? Like a permanent chauffeur. So that could be cool. Blast Jordan, thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you have a good day. Appreciate it. Always good to see you. It's interesting that boats are getting a boost when minecarts are the most need of a speed upgrade. Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that statement, Elkhorn. I was secretly hoping, well, I shouldn't say secretly, minecarts. You know what? I think it was on my list of stuff to talk about on last Monday's show, but I don't think I got there. I don't think I brought it up. I totally meant to. I think when it came to talking about technical potential upgrades for Minecraft, my brain went to inventory stuff, as did Pixarus, I think. I have to weasel in some extra bits here at the top. Penguin nitro boats? Yeah, that's a good one, Malcorn. Yeah. Still wish for ways to connect minecarts to make trains. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know if that technology really exists in a reliable way in Java Minecraft. I could be wrong. Someone also posted in a Discord recently about a voxel-based train game. Maybe that's the one that had the price tag on it. Or maybe I saw it on Facebook. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was like a train. Maybe it was you, Elkhorn. It was like a train game that was supposed to be super chill. You just kind of build trains, and as you build the trains, the environment kind of evolves around it. Realizing that pieces are too close together. Oh well, too late now. Was Jumbo Sale again too? Station to station? Yes. That sounds... Was the factory game also Jumbo Sale? Oh, the factory game was M-Dog. Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I was supposed to check something on my break, wasn't I? Whoops. I very often forget to check Discord when I'm streaming LEGO on my breaks. Which is dumb, because I have my phone right with me. It's funny, I generally don't get on Discord on my phone. It tends to be like a when I'm sitting at the computer working situation. Because I associate Discord for me with my streaming and podcasting communities and all that stuff. Speaking of podcasting communities, actually, the Citadel Cafe this week recorded live in the Discord. So there was only about a half dozen people there, some of whom are here now. And Steven and I did a live recording, and we recorded some bonus stuff. So there's a bit of a post show. And I think we're going to make a habit of that. We're going to try and record the Citadel Cafe live now. And after the credits roll, the end credit music, there will be an extra 10 or 15 minutes that will be available only to patrons. Or, here's the fun thing. So it'll be available only to patrons as a recording in the Patreon page for people that are patrons of the Citadel Cafe. However, it doesn't matter whether you're a patron of the Citadel Cafe, a patron of my Patreon, a member here on Twitch, like a subbed member here on Twitch, you get access to my Discord. And anybody with access to my Discord will be able to listen live. So even if you don't necessarily support the Citadel Cafe on Patreon, you won't be able to listen to the recording, but at least you'll be able of the extra audio. You'll be able to listen live to the bonus audio should you desire. So that's fun. So many pieces. How do I want to do this? The thing you were going to check on the break was if the factory game had a price, but you were right. The train game does have a price. The factory game does not. Ah, okay. So that's what it is. And the train game was like $20, right? Because I was surprised. I was expecting it to be 30 or more. And well, at least Canadian. I'm not sure what it is in the rest of the world, but. A weird layout for this particular set. This bag. I keep on switching bag and set in my brain today. You know, after a while, you start to get really good at eyeballing the size of Lego pieces and separating out things that are 3 studs, 4 studs. 2 studs are pretty easy, but the tricky ones are like the 5s and the 6s usually. Oh, mistakes were made. I want this to be a straight line. It was 13 pounds. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty. I think that's pretty affordable for that kind of game. I mean, it's a very pretty looking game. The rendering on it looks good. It has kind of like a weird, like Minecraft, but also, oh, what's that game? The voxel game. Industries of Titan, a little bit, maybe. Well, that's frustrating. Outside the lines. Man, there's a lot in this. I want to say double bag, but it was more like 4 bags. Really don't need another game to play. Yeah, I don't play a lot of other stuff because I've had to reduce my streaming. Well, I say that, and I've spent some time playing Borderlands recently, and there's quite a few games on Xbox Game Pass that just got added. I'm not sure what the Lamplighters League is about, but it seems very popular. There's also Warhammer something, Dark Tide, that was out on PC earlier this year that's now available on Xbox Game Pass, and there's another one too that I recently installed. I tell you what, I've actually been spending a little bit of time in on Xbox that works quite well on Xbox, with the exception of dogfighting, is No Man's Sky. I'm seeing this huge thread of No Man's Sky content on YouTube as well. A lot of folks, you know, giving like their 2023 reviews of No Man's Sky, and I think a lot of it is stemming from the frustrations of people that are not enjoying their Starfield playthrough and are getting more of what they wanted from Starfield out of No Man's Sky. But because No Man's Sky got dismissed so long ago as being really buggy and not delivering what it promised, I think it's fallen off the radar for a lot of people. But I would be really curious to see the current players playing, like the number of players playing No Man's Sky right now compared to a year ago. I feel like it's a lot higher than most people think. I would do it again, like I would stream it again, but I feel like there's definitely some frustrating bits in No Man's Sky that have the same sort of, I guess, qualities of Starfield. What I'd like to do, and what I've been trying to do, is hook up with my buddy Alistair, who I think recently bought No Man's Sky for Mac, because it was one of the things that changed recently was that it became available for Mac. I think a 2-player experience would be cool. I can't remember who all was there. I think it was Tango, Skizzleman, Impulse. I don't remember if there was a 4th or if it was just the 3 of them. But I really enjoyed watching them kind of stream and puzzle through things. It was a little bit difficult because, of course, they were running into the same, like, what do I do now problems that we all had starting off in No Man's Sky. But the onboarding process, I have to say, because I did start over on Xbox, is pretty good. Like, it's not nearly as hard to follow as it used to be. They still randomly throw your objectives up in a rotating little thing, which is frustrating, but as long as you get a habit of going into the logs, you're usually okay. Because then, and what's nice about the logs in No Man's Sky is that you can very clearly decide, I want to do a story mission, or I want to do something else, right? Was it Joe Hills? Cool. Would Borderlands 3 make a comeback on the channel? No, I don't think so, because I bought it on Steam for PC, and I bought it on Xbox for console in the Microsoft Store, and I don't think it's a double license. Like, I don't think I have access to it on Game Pass, or even on the Windows Store. I don't think I can install it. I'll check because I'm having fun with it. Cosmic is letting me know I'm at 2 hours. That's actually a good call. So let's take a short break. I do this about once an hour, folks, and gives me a chance to zap my coffee, which is now cold. And when we come back, we will assemble bag 4 onto the X-Wing. I think this is going to be part of the nose. I think what we're looking at here is going to be some pieces along here, would be my guess, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, hang tight, folks. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. All right, let's get bag 4 underway. I feel very organized, which I guess is a good thing. Right. Oh, I also forgot I have this as well. Unfortunately, I think we're getting the bottom of the instructions are cut off. But all right, so we need to start off with these little guys. This is a cool color. I really like this color. Thank you, Cosmic. Thanks you. Hey, bud. What were we talking about right before the break? We're talking about games. And something else. Hey, there's Calberti. How's it going? Good to see you as always. It's a colorful piece. Goes there. I think I did that wrong. Yes. Missed one. The glare from the light. There we go. Seems very strange, but we'll go with it. So I need 2 of these pieces with the hinges on them. Oh man, making a mess. Big hands, small spaces. And then 2 of these as well. No wonder I had a hard time attaching these before. These are really tight pieces. Trust the process, yeah. They're definitely using the bright pieces for all the spacing and technical stuff. This is a cool use of these. I'm not sure I've seen these used in this combination before. Create some interesting paneling, you know? That's cool. And I guess we just set that aside. Oh, wrong one. This gets a little piece like that. That is too big. Two, 4, 6, 8. Like that. And how big are these? This one? Yep. I want to know where the pink piece goes. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm not sure where it's going to go. This rail piece. I don't remember what it was that I had when I was younger, but I had a set that had a rail on it and it was like a sliding door. I want to say it was like a barn or something, but it was really cool. I really enjoyed the fact that it created doors. It wasn't a space set. It was something else though. I really need to go through and edit this playlist. Although it's hard because like I don't remember what any of the names of the songs are. That just spaces these out nicely. Again, kind of an interesting combination of studs and plates. Fourth one. That. This color is very, very rebel. Really like it. And again, some really cool choices of having various different widths of plates to create just some staggering details in terms of where the plates line up and stuff. It's very cool. This piece goes underneath here. Question from Dan, a little further up in the chat. Will you try City Skylines 2 when it comes out? I'll probably give it a go. I don't really find City Skylines gives me the creative freedom that I want. I find that it tends to kind of like fill in the gaps and do things for me, and I'm not always a fan of that. I think that's why I like Satisfactory and games like Satisfactory and potentially Foundry now over games like City Skylines. I think the problem with City Skylines for me is that there's just an awful lot of other like economical things that are done in the game that affect your progress, and I feel like because of that there's only one way to do it. There's only one way to play the game, right? And that to me is where it gets a little bit frustrating. And this next there, like that. Don't know where this is going to go. I mean, I know what it is, like it's one of the long pieces of the side of the ship, but like I'm trying to figure out how it connects. We've got this piece, two of these, and they go attached like this. Ooh. I mean, my guess is that we're building two of these. They sit at different angles, and then this gets put aside. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is about City Skylines. It's fun to kind of mess around with and chill, but like I only get so far with it. I'm just like, well, now it's just a big grid, and it doesn't allow me to be very creative. That, or maybe I'm just expecting the game to be played at a certain pace that I'm not. Like I'm setting the wrong expectations, maybe. Oops, go there. Oh man, how do we get that off? I'm always impressed with how smooth these like arced pieces connect and cover a weird kind of plate gap. It's really cool. We need one. And that gets set aside. It's interesting. Normally when you complete these pieces, you tend to put them on the model right away. I kind of like this way better. Keeps the mystery going, you know? Is that like maroon red? I like the color. I actually want my hair that sort of color, and I didn't think I'd pick up hair color tips from Lego. But here we are. Yeah, I would call that a straight up maroon. It would be close to something like netherrack. Without all the weird patterns in it, but it's like that general overall color. I'm trying to think about other things that it's like it's not as dark as red wine. I was not expecting these little clear pieces to be hidden. Interesting. I thought these were going to be like shown somewhere. They seem very specific. I imagine the LED kit, if there is one for this, would be really cool too, to have like the if there's any kind of transparent pieces. That. And then we flip it over. Again, this great use of layering plates. Little half studs visible. Details. And this connects to this piece. Yep. It goes like that. And then, oh well, these go together. I think. Yep. Oh, wow. That is very specific. Look at that. And the clear piece. Wow, that's cool. A little bit flimsy, but I'm sure we'll get there. So that goes on like this, yeah. It's one of those things like normally it's a lot easier to chat over this stuff, but this is very precise. I don't want to mess anything up here. And then we've got this little guy. This may only be one side, you know. Whoops. That goes like that. And then we have plate here. Normally these little yellow bits are like stoppers or spacers for something. And this goes... What does that even attach to? Oh, I see. Cool. So that's why we had these bricks with like the three-sided studs on them. Because then this goes right there. Wow. And that's probably how that attaches to the ship. I think I see where. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we've got these little grippy handle pieces here. And then on the ship, on the fighter, we've got, there's two little grips right there. And that's really it. Oh, they came apart. Wow. That's even, it's even on a subtle angle. Like I feel like it came apart. Yeah, it did. I don't know, something is a little bit screwy here. What does that attach to? Oh, right, those. Okay. I think there's definitely something to be said for some of these connections are quite finicky and are a little frustrating. Because now we've got pieces coming off on other pieces in ways I don't think it was meant to. Yeah, so like there's a piece in here. And then it becomes very hard to backtrack. Yeah, that's frustrating. Okay. And part of that is because it becomes difficult to then talk over. I feel like this is a weird angle. I don't know if that's supposed to be... They look like they're at the same angle. I wonder if I missed a step back on that original blue piece. Possible. I don't remember that being there. But that's part of the other piece, I guess. Yeah. This goes in like this, which is cool, but it's not the best. So maybe the thing to do is to attach this to the ship first and see if that method works a little bit better. So this, did that just, anytime you try to put pressure on it, it's just, it snaps. All right, so that goes in there. And then this attaches to that. It's the closest thing I can describe it as is if you're ever trying to reach underneath a table and you're trying to screw something in where you can't see the screw and you've got to use a screwdriver but you can't see what you're doing. Yeah, it was better to put that little black piece in the slots first and then attach this afterwards. That's wild. Like that's the entire port side of the Starfighter just lined right up. It's crazy how long and skinny they are. I don't ever remember them being so long and skinny. Hey bud, you know, it's good to treat yourself once in a while. Saying that you're hooked on Lego and you're going to spend a bunch of money in a set that you really want to get? Absolutely. You know what? My friend Britt, when I bought this for myself, I was hemming and hawing and didn't want to spend the money because I never buy anything for myself, blah, blah, blah. And Britt just said, Joel, when's the last time you bought anything for yourself? You are going to buy it eventually. So buying it now, buying it later, doesn't matter. And you're buying it in cash. You're not shopping outside your means. Just get it. And then she said, if you don't buy it by 5 o'clock today, I'm buying it for you. And I think she meant it. And I think it's a trick that her husband does sometimes when Britt doesn't want to treat herself. And I was like, yeah, no, that's fair. And I did it. Like it was the motivation to be just like, look, it was like this thing where I care enough about you that I'm going to treat you. You should also care enough about yourself that you should treat yourself. I think that was the message, essentially. And so I did it. I followed through and I bought it. Under threat. Under threat of happiness. Cosmic says Britt makes a lot of sense. I should listen to her more often. I listen to her all the time. I absolutely listen to her all the time. That's a neat plate combo. Plate combo sounds like a fast food order. Now I'm hungry. See, even this, as we're building like the other side, we're not doing it exactly the same way. They're giving me different angles. They're putting things together in slightly different orders, I feel. It's certainly like facing a different direction, which also helps from making it feel monotonous. Really cool plate combos. I mean, it helps also that it's not a symmetrical. I think this is going to be, it's going to have different detailing from what I can guess. Oh, that is the wrong. Wrong thing. Oh, here it is here. Whoops. Goes in the corner. Oh, wrong way. Turn that around. Go. Your default state is hungry? Yeah. Julian, 1759. Hello, welcome in. To the side. Here at this next bit. I do sort of remember now the three different stages of this giant piece. Cool. There we go. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me just how much effort and like the smallest little pieces to kind of like offset things, and the level of design is really, really up there. I think this is one of the more, I don't want to say complicated, but it's certainly one of the more unique Lego sets that I've put together. I think the most complicated was probably Prime, Optimus Prime. Just because of the functionality that had to happen with his transformation. Oh, I screwed up. I screwed up a long time ago. Whoops. Crap. That was close. Glad I caught that. Jeez. That would have been a long haul. Three layers of plates all placed wrong. Now we're good. Like that, and then sneak these guys in. Good stuff. And this goes where? This way. Right. That Vespa is pretty cool too. Yes, Steven ESC did the Vespa. Oh, did I didn't know that Steven had a VOD YouTube channel. Cosmic, that's embarrassing. Does he have the same kind of setup that I do with just like a channel that gets the VODs? All right, that's set up. Flex Zoen 95, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Little piece goes in there. Trying to be careful, paying attention to which way they are facing. Right, this one has this little piece on it. Yeah, he hasn't streamed in a while. He's been very busy with his oldest kid moved to university, and he also has a lot going on with work, and he's got his own design project on the go. He's actually talking about it on this week on the Citadel Cafe, but I haven't edited the podcast yet. So you'll hear a lot more about it. Well, I mean, Cosmic, you heard about it. You were there live, but yeah, he's designing his own font, which is really, really cool. There. There's something really satisfying about like creating these long, sturdy, stiff kind of structures in Lego. I'm not sure why I find it so appealing. I think maybe it's just because it becomes so large so quickly. You know, you attach 2 or 3 12 long pieces together and all of a sudden, bam, like just you've got this really industrial feeling piece of Lego design. I think that's right. And this gets attached to this. Really gonna spin it around. Right? Yep. And then this covers the little gap. Right. So then we stick these together using these studs there. But the angle is controlled very much by this piece. I want this to snap together, so I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to actually snap it into the nose, but I'm not sure if that's coming in this bag or whether that's going to be the next bag. Because I find that depending on the pieces, sometimes when you snap things together, these long plates, the tension on it tends to bend them. They tend to have like a little bit of a bow in them sometimes. So lesson learned from last time, we'll attach this to the ship first, and then we'll put the rest of it on. So same idea as the other side, just snaps in there. And then we attach this to that. much smoother. Yeah, so that's going to be connected in there somehow. But it's got a really great shape to it. You can see, it's going to be hard to see on camera. It's going to be very close, but you can see the kind of hexagonal, like squashed hexagonal design. It reminds me of the ships from No Man's Sky, or rather the No Man's Sky, some of the No Man's Sky ships very much look like X-Wings, which I'm sure is on purpose. Yeah, that's very cool. So you can see where it's a little bit flimsy, but whatever nose cone happens, I'm sure that's going to tighten things up. That's beefy. Oh, it's canopy time. Again, pre-printed canopy. Thank you, Lego. No stickers for me. Sits nice and flat. I guess I could probably have that in shot, couldn't I? We are going to do the nose cone. Cool. Man, this is really going to be long. Wow. Yep, I see where this is going to attach to. Right on. You found the LED kit for the set. This is not the same brand as the other LED kits you have. Cool. Light my bricks. Yeah, I think I've definitely seen at least one. Because I know that they lit up the engines. I think. I haven't, I need to really sit down and try to figure out, because I really want to add the LED kit to Ecto 1, and as well as the lighthouse. I want to do that before I decide to buy any other LED kits. I want to kind of have that experience and kind of see if there's one brand that I like more than the other. I think I shared it in the Lego channel at one point, but there was a really good review of Lego light stuff by a girl. I think she's in the UK. I could be wrong. But I have it bookmarked as one of my reference videos on YouTube, just for my own personal reference. She did a really good job of kind of like not only just talking about the light kits, but she had a Lego city, and so she was also talking about like the Lego what's the word I'm looking for, like the extra USB plugs and the gosh, what's the word I'm looking for, the infrastructure that she had to purchase separately from light kits, the power management, cable management, like all that stuff was really interesting. Yeah. Thanks, Cosmic. That's not what I meant, but I appreciate it. Hey, now you know where the pink piece is going. It's going in the nose. This is really chunky, but that's good. doesn't make any sense. Is it this one? It's this one. Yep, pink piece is buried in the nose. Okay, so then we've got these pieces. Again, the engineering and the unique ways that these things connect is just wild. Looks right to me. So then flip this over. Did that wrong. Right place, wrong direction. So grippy pieces there, bar piece there. Next like that. And that gives you an angle to the front of it. This connects like that and goes on there. And then this goes like that. And small piece goes there, and then this connects like that to stagger them. And then that goes on this side here, flush with back. Again, some neat detail on the top there, right? This was a really fun set of bags to do. It really took the kind of skeleton of the X-Wing that we had sitting there and kind of took it to another level. What am I missing here? There we go. Again, that's much larger than you thought it would be, right? So we've got the bits that are sticking out at the end. 2 little pieces left over. That feels more natural. So then we've got these 2 spaces here for the clear bits. That's going to keep our panels in line. And then we've got these 2 pieces here. And I actually don't know. I think these force the angle. That's probably what's happening there. It's going to be tricky to show on camera, but yep, that's exactly what they do. They force the angle, the pitch of the nose. And that very snugly keeps, well, maybe not very snugly, but oh, did I mess up maybe? No, they still wobble a little bit. There may be other things that will keep them in place, but it certainly lines up. There we go. So the shape of it is really unique for Lego. Like that's some top-notch design there too. See what I mean by the asymmetry? We've got like the gray panel up at the top, and then we've got more maroon and stuff on this side. So it has some like either battle damage or adjustments to it over time. Nice. It feels a little warped, but that could just be, you know, a connection or something. No, that's really steady. So probably just an optical illusion. And now it's front heavy again. But very, very cool. So we'll be doing bag 5, which looks like the stand, next week. It is time for me to head out. Thanks ever so much to everybody that hung out today. Appreciate the bit support, the subscriptions. Really appreciate it. You can, of course, follow me at Joel Duggan on social media. I try, and I need to get better at posting more images of the Lego on Instagram. So if you want to follow me there, this way you get some extra shots. I also share some pictures in Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you can do that here on Twitch, or you can do it on Patreon. We also have some new perks on Patreon with live podcasts happening now, with the live recording of the Citadel Cafe this week. That will be hopefully posted this weekend. You can check out the Spawn Chunks podcast on Monday. Pixelriffs and I will be talking about the 3 new mobs that are up for mob votes in Minecraft Live on October 15th. We'll be covering Minecraft Live on October 15th on twitch.tv/pixelriffs, as we do every year. That'll be a lot of fun. And of course, a big shout out and thank you to Cosmic and other moderators that have been here today. Truly appreciate it. We'll be back again tomorrow at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 3 hours for now until the time change. And we'll be playing Minecraft. Note on Sunday that I may not be streaming. It is Thanksgiving here in Canada, and I will be going over to families for dinner on Sunday. I may squeeze in a stream earlier in the day. It depends on how much I have to get done. But right now, it might be up in the air. So we'll see. So just don't be surprised if there's no stream on Sunday. If I do miss it, I will try to make it up during the week. Maybe I'll try to squeeze in a Starfield stream or something like that on a Wednesday. But right now, the next stream is going to be tomorrow, Saturday. So we're going to raid Tadpole Milk, provided they are still going. And I'm sure you'll enjoy the rest of your Minecraft day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.